Destabilizing Foundations, Episode 3.
The world of Ae'oene contains mature stories. Content warnings are in the episode description.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of Ae'oene, Stories of Legend. Hope you guys like the new little title we came up with for our official launch. This is just like being recorded like the day of our official prequel launch. Hope you guys like that, but welcome to Destabilizing Foundations. This is going to be technically episode 3, I believe. Rennie, Jack, am I correct on that?
Yes.
I kind of am doubting myself.
Correct.
That is correct.
Okay, speaking of which, I've got Rennie and Jack with me. If you guys don't remember from our last episode, it ended up with us splitting the party. Ugh, the big no-no of D&D. But we're going to have fun. We're doing an episode with Rennie and Jack with a.k.a. Jellen and Kaldin, which, sorry for stealing your guys' intros. And we'll do the same thing with MJ and Sapheara for our next episode.
It's just us boys today.
That's right. That's right. The boys. The boys. But speaking of which, yeah, I've got Jack and Rennie with me. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I mean, I'm better. I was late to recording today because like 2 minutes before I was supposed to hop in, I had my thing of honey just sort of explode all over my kitchen. So...
Okay, so explain that further, because I'm thinking this is a chemical experiment and there's some sort of reaction happening.
You know, I feel like it's important in relationships to keep the mystery alive. And I just want to keep you guys interested in me, so we'll just leave it at that.
I am intrigued in multiple ways, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
But in any case, I had to throw away that honey and open up a new thing of honey so I could finish my tea.
It was so bad you had to throw away the honey.
Well, it was empty.
What were you doing
The
with
honey
it?
was all over my kitchen.
Oh
I had to mop the floor.
That's
It
a crazy
flew
time.
across to the other side of the kitchen.
I've got ideas, and I don't think any of them are correct. Jack, how about you? How are you doing today?
Oh man, I'm good. You know, I just started season 3 of Yellow Jackets. I'm about halfway through. And oh my god, it's crazy.
I have seen that and don't know very much about it. All I've seen is basically the still images, and I went, that seems interesting.
Yeah, it's bananas, I must say.
I'll have to give it a look at some point. Look a little further. As of recording, this is the day after the 4th of July. So if you guys hear any, hopefully it'll be edited out. If you hear any fireworks in the background, sorry. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their 4th of July, regardless of the state of our union here. Still a fun celebration, especially if you enjoy gunpowder and explosions. I looked at them from afar and admired them. Speaking of holidays, though, that is going to be our intro today, is me asking you guys and saying my own. And I'll start with, what is our favorite holiday around here? Because I feel like this can tell a lot about a person, and specifically about a person's backstory. My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. It's huge in my family. We get, I think last year we had around 60 people at the Thanksgiving, massive table full of amazing food. I get to spend all the time with all of my family and the people I love. And it's been a tradition for a long time. I love it. It's my favorite holiday of the year. I was curious what your guys' are.
I gotta say, I think mine's Christmas. I'm a big fan of like the Rankin Bass classics.
Nice.
And I'm a big peppermint fan as well. So,
dude,
a lot of that stuff comes out around that time. I'm hype every time.
Right there with you. I feel like that's like the go-to answer. So I'm going to have to dock you a point on that, but you got the point back with peppermint. So
okay, well, I'll say Boxing Day, Canadian Boxing Day. There we go. I don't know what it's about, but I like it.
Fantastic.
I love it. Okay, what about you, Rennie?
Well, I feel like my answer is going to be worse because I really don't care about holidays. My husband and I don't really bother to celebrate anything, and we don't have kids, so we're not obligated to.
Okay.
I'm a fan of like decorations and things that people do for Halloween and for Christmas. I think dressing up is fun, so that's cool. I've never really celebrated Halloween though. I've dressed up twice in my life for Halloween.
Really?
Both were mandated by work.
I dressed up a few times growing up, of course. And then in high school, I dressed up once as a hobo. And I stood perfectly stock still at the end of my driveway and tricked some old ladies and scared the living piss out of them. And it was hilarious. And since then, I didn't dress up really again until my fiance, her favorite holiday is Halloween. So it wasn't last year, but the year before, we did a killer Gomez and Morticia.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty great. But my favorite part of Halloween is decorations. It's awesome. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So, for the record, birthdays count. So if you guys just like and enjoy your birthday, that one also works.
No, I've also never cared about my birthday.
Same. Fair enough. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Leave a comment if you're on one of the platforms that can comment, or just find our socials. Let us know what your favorite holiday is and why. But
yeah, feel free to DM us out of nowhere and tell us what your favorite holiday is. It won't be weird, I promise.
It'll be super cool, and we'll respond.
You know,
sure.
Okay. Actually, this brings up a great point. They can DM us, and when I say DM us, I don't mean on socials. So we're going through Buzzsprout for our hosting for our podcast, and little did I know that I found out today and set it up. In our episode descriptions, there is a link where it just says, send us a text. And through the hosting site, they can legitimately text us.
Oh,
so all the audience
yeah.
members, if you want to send us a text, let us know what you like, what you don't like, and also what your favorite holiday is. Look in the audio, look mostly in the episode description. Yeah, mostly that one. But yeah, you can send us a text right in the episode description. So
tell us who your favorite character is. There are right and wrong answers, so be careful.
There are. We're paying attention.
The only right answer is the overlord known as the DM. But anyway.
I think that's the wrong answer.
I guess it depends on who you're talking to.
We're trying to be rooting for the underdogs. I think that's us. So
yeah, and it's players versus DM. That's D&D.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's how you play D&D is players versus DM. Duh,
yeah, it should be antagonistic the whole time.
The whole time. On that note, though, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you, by the way, because again, this is being recorded, episode 3 now. We hope you enjoy our new intro music and outro music by Eyes of the Moon Studios. Fantastic, great guy. Look him up on TikTok and all the other socials. He's fantastic. Hope you enjoy it. And speaking of which, you're about to hear it because let's get into the story. All right. Last we left off, the group had spent some more time investigating through the town, talking to locals, getting a little bit more information out of our local herbalist, checking notebook on who's missing, who's not, and frankly, also kind of getting to know each other a little bit better. And we ended with a lively session in the tavern as Thalira getting into an arm wrestling with apparently a local legend, never lost, and winning. No surprise there, given what we know about Thalira so far. But of course, celebration has ensued, and in the middle of that, our good friends Jellen and Kaldin, specifically Jellen, had the idea. Take some wine. We're a little rocky relationship with our local apothecary here, but she seems to maybe think that she knows more. Let's repair it. See what we can know. And so our friends, Jellen and Kaldin, are on their way to maybe try to get some more information and repair a relationship. Maybe. And I think that's why we're going to join in with them as Jellen and Kaldin, the door of the tavern now lively and bustling. You can hear Split yelling out to people as he's getting orders from across the room of asking for different drinks and things. You can hear Thalira's voice booming above the rest. The door closes, everything becomes muffled, and the night air of Naveo hits you with like a very cooling, feeling good, brisk air. The scene is yours.
So
Ooh.
I'm thinking that maybe I should hold the wine and kind of take charge because I need to apologize and stuff. Seems like it should come from me. So I feel like we're kind of really taking a gamble here whether she even likes wine.
That is true.
Would have been nice if we could find something that's more, I don't know, helpful for her apothecary stuff.
I feel like...
Guess we could go into the woods, but I wouldn't know what I was looking for, so...
I feel like potentially red wine is the way to go. I mean, I heard it's healthy somewhere, so
Is it?
maybe that's true.
I
Can't be
don't know.
sure.
The smell of it makes me want to vomit. I've known too many people who drink it, and I didn't like any of them. So.
Oh, well. Hopefully we can make a friend with it.
Mm,
I mean, like, do you know anything about truffle hunting or anything? We could see if we can find some mushrooms.
I don't. Do you?
No, definitely not. Well,
We could ask Yari, and then go look.
I suppose, well, why not? Why not bring us some ingredients? It's not a bad idea.
Do you know what a truffle looks like?
I assume it looks like a mushroom. I don't know what sort of mushroom.
I don't either.
I
We could just pick mushrooms. I'm sure she'd know.
Yeah, maybe. Let's do that. You know, it's a bit closer than Yari's house. So, are there any mushrooms in the vicinity?
In the vicinity of the tavern, no. This tavern actually, the outside is, I don't want to say landscaped well, as in like there's nice bricking and mulch and flowers in places, but it is upkept. And you don't see any kind of mushrooms around here. But to say that they're not in the area would not be true. You've seen them kind of growing around, for instance, Yari's place, wildly, I imagine, or I know, like she's letting them grow where they grow, type of thing. So you can imagine if they're growing there, they're probably in the area.
Could I roll like a nature or a survival to try to like find some and like?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll away,
them?
sir.
Yeah,
Alright.
I also would like to.
Yeah, go for it.
Which would you prefer, nature or survival?
I would say in the case that you guys are doing it currently, this is going to be more of a nature skill.
Alrighty.
But I'm worse at nature.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I'm so sorry.
You didn't think about that. I don't appreciate it. 14.
Yeah.
6.
Oh no. With a 6, the first thing that comes to mind is there were mushrooms around Yari's house. With a 14, Kaldin, what is your base intelligence score? This will alter the answer slightly.
19.
19. So you got a pretty high intelligence. I mean, that
On
affects the
account of
answer
this
here.
sick circlet I have.
But still, it's there, right?
Yes.
So that affects this answer just a bit. So you have a circlet that's kind of affecting that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that also gives me a little more context. So you can kind of gain, okay, so they're at Yari's place, and you are able to kind of note the spots they are growing are generally shaded and moist. And you kind of feel, as you're kind of like thinking about that, you kind of feel this surge of magic. And you're familiar with this surge from your circlet. You know how that would come. And that when you get that surge, brain starts firing a little more and you go, oh shit, mountains. We're literally on a mountainside. You can probably find these in rocky areas on the side of the mountain where it's going to be shaded and moist.
Okay. How, just kind of like looking around, how many other areas would we see close by for that? Because I wouldn't necessarily want to go over to Yari's and start picking her shrooms.
Right.
That seems impolite. You can't steal a person's shrooms.
Right. Regardless of whether you have dark vision or not, it's not going to be far enough to see a lot in the dark right now, as the sun has just recently set. But you guys looked around earlier, and you did note that it maybe 10 to 20 minute walk, into the mountainside from the town, and you could probably easily find those spots because you could visually see them from the town.
Okay. So I'm thinking dark and moist, generally dark, not just like because the sun went down, and moist. So over in those areas would be good, but we should probably hurry because I don't think we're gonna gain brownie points by coming over at middle of the night.
That's a good point.
Just a thought.
Yes. So let's be fast.
Yes.
All right. As you all begin to head out of the town a bit, luckily on the side of town you are on, the apothecary's house, Verrutha's little shop. It's not far from the tavern. They're on the same side of town, and as you begin to head that way out of the town into the woods to try to find kind of a craggy area on the side of this, on like paths up the mountainside. You find a path that looks like it's at least somewhat used and something you can follow. And as you do, you begin to pass Verrutha's apothecary. As you do, you notice coming out the back door is a figure cloaked, closing the back door and beginning to turn to leave.
Turn in which direction versus us?
Out the back door, and appears as they turn to not be heading into town and more up into the mountainside, into the woods.
Okay. Can I do a perception to try and gauge like height, body type? I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Obscuring. Or would that be investigation?
I would say perception in this case.
Okay. 18.
18? Yeah. Height, build, from what you had seen earlier, matches Verrutha's build.
Okay. Kind of lean over. I think Verrutha's leaving. Is she heading in the direction that we also were going to be heading?
Not exactly, but similar. Like it's not like a 90-degree offshoot, into the woods. It's where if you're going this way, like 20 degrees to the left, she's following, going into the woods, and it looks like she's not following a path.
Okay. Do we want to try and follow her, or continue on our mission and go, oh, hello, we didn't fancy seeing you here, kind of a thing?
I feel like following her is not the best idea, being how she's
I think it could go
icy
bad
toward
really
us already.
quick.
Yeah. Maybe we just continue on what we're doing, and then we just bump into her on the way, potentially.
All right, we should probably walk just a little bit faster then. Just, little like speed walking, but casually. Be casual.
No, yeah, obviously. I'm very good at being casual. This shouldn't be a problem.
That's right. Neither of us stand out at all.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so are you guys speeding up in efforts to quote unquote casually bump into her now, or are you hoping to do that like on the return trip?
Probably now.
Yeah, because we don't know if she's coming back.
Okay, correct. And I just didn't want to assume.
I want to do it so casually. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's such nice, cool air out here, my dude.
I'm gonna need you to roleplay that for me. I'm gonna need you to roleplay that with me as Kaldin, if you would, because that's a wild thing for Kaldin to do. Okay, gosh. Yeah.
I get to just look at this mountain air. It's so beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys begin up the path, and you see that, like, kind of the way she's going, it kind of darts in and out. It's not like, it doesn't seem like she's, and given the perception roll that you gave, you can kind of see she's not following any path set, and she also seems to be moving very jaggedly, like almost, especially given your history, Kaldin, and I won't give anything further away, of course. You've moved like this before, and it's to not be tracked and not to be followed.
Okay.
But as she's doing that, you kind of hard to kind of see where she's going to end up. But sure enough, as you guys are walking along this path, about maybe 10 feet in front of you, she begins to start to cross it.
Okay, so the mushrooms. I don't see any yet. Did you notice any, Yellen?
Mushrooms. No, I wish there was someone here that knew about mushrooms better than us. Oh my god!
That'd be weirdly convenient, yeah.
She...
I don't think that was casual.
Almost as soon as y'all started talking, dead center in the middle of this path, Verrutha, and now you're close enough to kind of see like the blue hue to like her exposed hands and a little bit of her face that you can see. It just stops dead in her tracks, middle, and just very rigid.
Verrutha?
Turns towards you both.
I hold up the wine bottle. Want some wine?
Verrutha, it's crazy to see you here. We were just looking for some mushrooms to go with this wine, because that's such a great pairing.
What are you doing here?
We were literally looking for mushrooms.
Why were you following me?
You go into the place with mushrooms.
Could you roll me a persuasion or deception whichever you are trying to do. You don't have to tell me which.
Okay. Okay, it's the same either way. And it's not good. It's a 4.
Mine's a 19.
It's lucky that you had help, Yellen. Okay. 19. It's I did not roll good. So it's wild that Yellen still would have failed that. 19.
Oh.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, she kind of looks at you both, or she gives you like an eye and like raises one. And she's like shrouded, right? She's kind of like eyeing you guys from the side, so kind of shrouded across the face, and it's already dark, but you kind of see the glint of her eyes. She kind of like raises an eyebrow at Yellen, and then looks over to you, Kaldin. Mushrooms to go with your red wine?
Well, we were kind of actually thinking like medicinal ones, but I don't know. We know nothing about mushrooms, if we're being honest here. It was actually kind of really lucky that we saw you. Although you're probably really busy. Are you okay? You probably don't want to answer that.
Yes, I'm very busy right now.
Cool. Do you like red wine?
Normally, yes. But I have...
Cool.
Cool.
Well, if you like, we have 3 glasses.
Why did we bring glasses?
Why not?
She is like...
Why not?
Her flabbers are gasted. She is very
Flabbers have never been
caught
so
off
gasted.
right now. She is very caught off guard right now.
By the way, I just want to say I'm sorry for earlier. I was really stressed after our travel, and I took a tone with you that was not helpful, especially when you, in your way, were helping us with trying to find the kids. So just want to say sorry.
She slightly relaxes at this. You can see like her shoulders kind of like start to not be so hunched. And I'm glad you recognizing you were in the wrong.
I can understand prioritizing intellectual thinking of things as opposed to emotions. And then that can come off as prickly to some people. And I reacted poorly.
I know all too well. Apology accepted. I'll be honest, this is not a normal occurrence for me to have interactions like this.
Well, we didn't actually expect to run into anyone while we were looking for the mushrooms, so it's kind of a surprise for us too. And now we look like idiots because we don't know what we're doing with the mushrooms.
To be honest, I only know what one kind of mushroom looks like. We could die.
Well, that makes sense. To be honest, you all look like idiots, whether you were looking for the mushrooms or not. No offense.
Not taken.
In that case.
Yes, of course. Anyway, this is new to me. I appreciate the offer. I will decline. I'm in a hurry, and I need to gather supplies for tomorrow. I'm low on some things.
Well, here...
if you need mushrooms, we're already out collecting them, so...
I mean, since we're out here already, why don't we come help you? It's... No
if you're
trouble.
looking, I'm not going to... The mushrooms that I think you would need. Continue along the path. There's a ravine in the cliffside, about 20 minutes up. You'll find good ones. You wouldn't even have to cook them. They just need oil and salt.
Ooh. Would they cook well with the wine?
It would as well. That is an option. This is so weird. I need to go. Yes, bye.
Ah, sorry.
And she begins to...
Bye.
She begins to now slowly walk into the woods, not taking the same kind of jagged pattern.
We really threw her off her game.
And she keeps kind of looking, and you can see she
honest.
You can see she kind of keeps on looking back at you guys and is kind of slowly walking. And at one point, you can see that she's not walking jagged, but she does very purposely seem to get in as she like passes like a large tree. She'll get in front of it to block view, type of thing.
Well, I'll be honest. That did not go how I thought it would.
Yeah, me either. I don't really know how I thought it would go. I didn't think she'd stop and talk to us, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought she would probably ignore us and
Yeah, that
walk
probably
away.
would have worked out better for her.
Yeah. She wouldn't be so weirded out by us.
Maybe that means she's not a raging bitch.
Hey, there's always a plus. There's always a plus.
Maybe she'll appreciate the wine and the mushrooms when we give them to her later.
Exactly. We're creating bridges, you know?
Right, so the question is, now do we follow her, or do we go after the mushrooms?
That's the question I was going to ask you.
Well, I asked it first, so you have to answer.
Well, okay, I hate making decisions, especially ones that could be stressful. So I say, maybe we follow her, and if she finds us, we'll say that we were on our way to the ridge.
What kind of armor is Yellen wearing right now?
Yellen is wearing half-plate, I think.
Is it heavy armor?
I know exactly why you're asking this.
Yeah, he's wearing half-plate. It's medium armor.
Uh-huh, and what's your stealth?
-1.
Right. I think maybe you're not best suited for trailing someone.
I think you're right. I might alert them to our position by accident. So maybe we just go for the mushrooms and we stop back by later to see if she has returned.
I do really wish we could find out what was going on, because she's acting really shady. But she wasn't... Oh gosh. Okay. This might give less information because I'm doing it retroactively. Can I think back and insight into the body language to feel how nefarious her surprise at us being there felt?
Yeah, absolutely. You can insight the memory you just had of your interaction. 100%. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, nice. 19.
Kind of insight the interaction as a whole. 19. Fantastic. Yeah, with a 19, I mean, the first thing you notice is that was not how the interactions with her earlier in the day went.
I noticed that too.
And she was she was extremely flustered. That's surface level, easy to tell. As you really kind of try to think deeper into this and kind of like get a feel for it, I mean, you can put together, okay, she's not following a path. She was being very jagged with her movements, almost like evading. And that changed directly after being thrown off completely. And she was trying to break visual with you. All of these are pretty good clues that you, with 19 especially, she is definitely trying to hide something.
Yes.
And you could kind of get a feel of whenever she was telling you, like, I need to go gather things. There were breaks in her speech and pauses there that she was trying to think of what to say.
While Kaldin is thinking on the interaction, can I kind of like walk up to where she was walking away after our conversation and look to see if she left any tracks or anything like that?
Yeah, give me a survival roll.
I'll roll it.
So, like, you could potentially tell in the behavior whether someone seems to be hiding something with like nefarious intent or not. That might be a little bit too deep to look into, but that's more what he's trying to discern. If he thinks that what she's hiding is nefarious or with ill intent.
So I see what you're asking. And I don't think you picked up any of that. I think you picked up more panic.
Okay.
Like super high anxiety. Which given how your interactions with her earlier was as well, and like odd.
Yeah, very off.
For someone of her character.
Okay. Okay. How'd your tracking go?
I don't like this. It's a 23.
Ooh.
Yeah, no. You can much harder to track beforehand, as you kind of like probably took a look over that way. You can at least, given that you're not you said you're probably not going very far, right? You're just kind of looking from the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the 23, you can see that at least from what you can see here, which of course you watched her walk this way, and where you could see her easily to spot footprints. Further away, after line of sight was broken, too hard to tell from this distance.
Mm. Well, if we're not trying to sneak after her, potentially we could just follow her tracks. Hang back a little bit, just so we're not, too close behind, but that might at least give us a clue to what she's doing.
I don't think we're going to find anything out by collecting mushrooms.
I don't think so either.
But I think it might be a little safer if you hang slightly back from me. Not so far that I'm out of sight, but just a little bit more.
No, yeah, I'll tail behind you. No worries.
Okay. Could you see beyond where she disappeared at all?
Not yet. I haven't really looked quite that far.
Okay. Well, we might as well try.
All right.
Something's going on, and obviously we can't say if it has anything to do with the kids. She was acting really fishy about that, though. I don't know.
Yeah, and if anything, it could lead us a lot closer,
Yeah.
Not saying she's in leagues with whoever's taking them, but not saying she may not be either.
She seemed too panicked for that. I got a 21 to continue down the trail.
Okay, so you got a 21 in your survival. That's what I was going to ask for, so I'm glad you did that. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys begin to track her, and obviously Kaldin following a little bit closer. But as you guys begin to track, given that you obviously don't want to be seen, could I get stealth rolls from each of you? Yellen will also have to do stealth rolls. Your DC is just going to be a lot lower because you're going to be a lot further back.
29.
Did you just say 29?
I did.
You are unseen.
12.
12.
You
Okay,
rolled
that's fine.
almost what my modifier is.
Wow. But that still works because, as you had said, you're holding far enough back where you can still see Kaldin, but still pretty far back. So 12 works. You would have to have having you roll because the DC is very low, but a catastrophic failure can still happen. So as you guys begin to follow the tracks that Yellen first found Kaldin, and you get to the point where she kind of broke sight with this very large, old tree, this historic tree, probably 3 times as thick as your wingspan. Give you an idea of how big this tree is. Large. And you go around the edge of this trunk, kind of following around the circumference of it. And Yellen, you lose visual of Kaldin for a moment. And Kaldin, you rolled well enough, but you do notice immediately the tracks get much harder to follow, and it's going to take a bit more time than before. They start to become a little more jagged, like they're trying to make it hard to track and hard to be seen, hard to be followed. And as this is happening, Yellen hasn't seen this yet, and as Yellen, you get to the same tree and around, you notice that Kaldin's a bit closer than you expected him to be. Still, obviously, distance ahead of you, but you notice that it is now taking a lot longer to track. Successfully tracking, just longer. You follow them for some distance down a bit of a slope into sort of this kind of running of a creek, and you kind of mask some of your sound using the running creek here as it falls over certain rocks and twigs and sticks. The trail, you lose it for a moment.
Fuck.
Takes almost 10 minutes to find it again, but you do find it finally, as you ended up having to go up the stream to find where it began again on the other side. You notice that about 5 minutes after this, you come to a cliffside.
Okay.
She didn't jump off, did she?
No. How?
The cliffside is up.
Oh. She didn't climb up, did she?
How tall is it?
About 120 feet.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be a problem for me. Are we sure that she went that way, though? There's no way a normal human would have been able to climb that this fast.
That is true. There could be something along the base of the cliff. If you said it wouldn't be a problem for you, maybe you could climb up and then I'll look around the bottom here. potentially.
Okay. Yeah. Search for like some sort of secret cave opening or something.
Yeah, that's what I'll look for.
Okay.
Or something in the foliage, perhaps, as well.
What are both of your passive perceptions, by the way?
18.
14.
14. Okay, I thought Kaldin's was higher. I'm glad I was right.
Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Nope, I lied. Oh my gosh. I have so many class features.
You're like, oh my gosh, I have so many
I have
tools at my
so many
disposal.
things
It's
I
so
can
terrible.
do. What am I supposed to do with all this?
I just have such decision paralysis.
I'm just trying to see what the distance is for my telepathic connection,
Gotcha. Okay.
but I can't find it.
Could totally make up a number right now, and I think Jack and me both would have
160
just been like,
feet.
oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Kaldin? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Duh.
He's just so cool at everything.
He's the min-maxed character of the party. Of course it's 160 feet. Duh.
He's so min-maxed. He's really not properly min-maxed. He's kind of like overpowered in more areas than is maybe a good idea, but specifically because I took items that increased other things instead of
and
further increasing the things he probably should focus on.
it's all good. It's all for reasons that I can't dispose.
Yes.
Dispose? That's not the right word.
You could dispose them, I guess.
Oh god, I gotta work my vocabulary.
We'll get you a thesaurus for the show.
Thanks.
1 mile.
Not 160 feet.
1 mile.
That's hilarious. You said 160 feet as a
I
joke.
did.
And then you came out and said 1 mile. Did you just take the advice we gave you and just come up with a number?
You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. As a magic action, choose one or more creatures you can see, up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, and roll 1 psionic energy die for a number of hours equal to the number rolled. Chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. To send or receive a message, no action required. You and the other creature must be within 1 mile of each other. Creature can end the telepathic connection at any time.
That is so useful. That's fantastic.
It is. I love this class. This is the
That's
only rogue
awesome.
class anyone should ever play.
No kidding. So what does it look like when you establish this connection?
It doesn't really look like anything. I guess if you had true sight, maybe you could see like this invisible shimmering tether between our minds. Let me roll.
I dig it. All right. Or if you're using like, or maybe if you're using like detect magic. You can
Yeah.
maybe, like,
It
see
will
that
last
little
for 6 hours. I
ping.
just rolled on my die.
Okay. Sick. Love that.
Okay, so as long as we stay within about a mile of each other, we should be able to communicate like this. And I'm saying this into his mind. I don't know if I've done this before.
Okay.
So sorry if this is a shock.
Yellen, he kind of turns to speak to you verbally, and he he realizes you're like looking a different way, and he's like, "Oh, all right, oh," and he like points to his head, and he's like, "Right."
Right.
Yellen, I will say you speaking with your mind is nothing new given your history with your group that you belong to.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So yeah, I assume, Yellen, if you've caught up or if you're staying back in the shadows, either way, it doesn't really matter. You are staring at a cliffside of craggy, jagged stone, about 120 feet tall or so. You do notice there are crevices, things like that anybody that knows how to free climb could easily climb up with this. If you're not, say, as adept with those kind of skills, might be a little bit more difficult, right? But there are footholds and handholds to be able to climb on something like this. And you do notice there is 2 spots, not directly in front of you, but along it, that you guess you could call it a waterfall, but it's almost like a trickle of water that seems to be pouring off the top, just small creek that it forms at the bottom. Nothing big. More of an annoyance if you were to be under it than anything.
Cool.
Kaldin, are you climbing and Yellen exploring the bottom? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb. Tell me if anything happens, and I'll come right back down.
All right, sounds good. Same to you, except I will climb up, hopefully.
You're climbing too? I thought you were staying down here.
No, I'll come up
Oh.
if you get in trouble.
Don't worry about that. I think it'll
Oh,
take you
all
too
right.
long to help me if you have to climb up this.
That is probably true. It'll take me a couple tries, I'm sure.
I just feel like luck isn't on my side for this.
Speaking of which, Yellen, I'll need an investigation check from you as you kind of investigate things down here at the bottom. Kaldin, you need to start
Yes.
climbing. What skill would you like to
Nothing.
use?
I'm just going to do it because I can.
Oh, you have a climbing speed?
Yeah, it's the same as my...
Well, everybody does. It's yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Climbing is no issue for me. I can just do it.
Okay, cool. We'll just do that. Cool. So you begin to climb with agile ability. Yellen, first time seeing this, Yellen, you notice it is quicker than most.
Like a cat.
Yeah, I watch him hop up and I'm like, whoa.
I mean, this is not the first time. You guys saw me on the boat, like, scale up the mast at no issue at all in the middle of battle.
I was unconscious, I think.
You were alive because we had a whole conversation about whether it was toasty up there because the sails were on fire.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That whole battle was a blur.
He was passed out for part of it.
I don't remember a lot.
Who knows?
All right. Yeah, but you begin to climb, and we'll come back to that in a second. First, I want to know, Yellen, what is your investigation?
12. But I'd also, if I can, I'd like to make an Arcana, perchance, to see if I can see if there's any like hidden places in the wall
Like illusory.
by magic. Yeah.
Good thinking. Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit better than my investigation. It is a 15.
15, playing to the strengths. Yeah, with a 15, you begin to look around, kind of taking this film over your vision into the arcane side of things. And you don't see any like illusion magic, like illusion school, like jumping out of you as you look along this wall and you're investigating. No like hidden entrances. But as you circle back around after putting this on to where the trail had ended, you do see, you can't really tell much because it's just an arcane check. It's not using a spell for it. But there is like there was magic used here. And that's about all you're able to get with that. But there was magic used in some time in the past.
Okay. Alrighty.
So
That feels as helpful of a check as like, yeah, it rained here at least sometime in history.
with an arcane check, you probably can't go back further than a day. So I'll give you sometime in the past days.
Yeah, it's probably rained here once before. It's a world full of magic.
There's probably trees in the
bet
forest.
magic was used here sometime.
You're in a forest and you do a perception check.
There's trees.
There were probably, I think there's trees.
That's a
Yep.
1. That's
No
a 1
way.
where you have a -1.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I want to do an investigation check on this tree to see, traps or anything. It's a tree. Anyway, Kaldin, as you begin to climb agilely like a cat, it does not take you long. Only about 40 feet up, actually. Slightly off to the side, so it wasn't directly up from where you were, maybe 20 feet over. But you do notice it's kind of follows like this crevice in the wall to make it a little easier to climb there. So you do it expertly. And as you get up, there's like you notice that it was hard to see from down there, and there's almost like this little platform. It's only about a 4-foot kind of change into the wall. So it's about 4 feet by maybe 2 feet long where you could stand. And there is an opening into the wall just large enough to crawl through. And you hear the voice of Verrutha coming through it. I want to pause, though. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. What I miss?
Nothing.
Donuts, zombies, apocalypse, in the arms of the angels.
Bacteria.
Oh, God, I missed everything. Oh, my Lord. All right. Well, sorry about that. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. You're on this platform, and there's this little opening that you could probably crawl through, and you hear the voice of Verrutha faintly coming through it, almost as if she's kind of like whispering under her breath a bit, trying to be quiet, but not like so quiet somebody she's talking to can hear, right? Yeah, that's what and you hear that.
How loudly is it echoing? Can I make it out?
Yeah, give me a perception check to see how much you can like make out.
Oh, 18.
18. That's pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't a very high DC. Yeah, you can hear her kind of panicked a bit, a little high anxiety going on, as you would expect given your last interaction with her. And you hear her coming in mid sentence as she says, "Already here. This is different than last time. I just need the support that you gave my grandmother. You took care of this last time. I haven't heard from them. They just gone dark. I just need direction. What do I do?" And you cannot hear any response as it goes silent for a
Okay.
minute.
In my head to Yellen, I've found her. She's in a crevice that I don't think Thalira could get through, to be honest. I can hear her talking to someone. She's distressed about someone's gone missing, and she hasn't been able to hear from them like she normally would be able to. And whoever she's talking to, she expects to be giving her some sort of assistance with this. It may not be a good idea to be caught right now. We should maybe come back when she's gone.
I think you're right. Can you see anyone? Can you see through the crevice?
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Oof.
I
agree. I think we should probably come back.
I head back down.
All right. As you begin to head back, you hear her begin to talk again as you're like starting to climb down, and you hear the words come through this little hole. "This is a moment the Zoragog has to act. They did it for my grandmother. They got rid of the pressure, and the investigation disappeared. I need this now. Don't leave me hanging."
Okay.
Do you stop to hear the rest of it?
As I'm hanging over the edge with, like, just my arms up to where I could probably, like, slide down really fast if I needed to, can I still hear from there?
Yes.
I'll wait a second.
Okay. After a pause, she continues. "The annual ritual that the Mistborn do was just the other day. And since then, I haven't heard. Something had to have gone wrong. I went looking the other day and I couldn't find their settlement. It's a ghost town. No pun intended. Something happened. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I think I've ever actually felt fear."
Okay. I do slide down at this point.
Okay.
We need to go. We can't be found by her.
All right. Yep. All right. Let's go then.
I'm coming down. Start heading. I will catch up quickly.
All right. I will. If I don't see you in the forest, I'll see you back at town. And I will start to walk away.
I would also like, as I am coming back, to obviously I want to be sneaking in case she starts heading back while I'm still visible to her. I want to be erasing our trail.
Okay. That will take
Yes.
some time. It'll slow you down a bit.
Also,
Okay.
I assume a pretty good, like, survival roll or something.
Yes, if you could roll that for me as well. Yellen, as you begin to take off, one, I will need another stealth check if you are trying to be quiet.
Survival.
I think I'm more trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. If she's in the cliff, I don't think Yellen would be too worried about her hearing him.
Okay. Cool. In that case, you don't have to roll stealth. As you begin to kind of try to trace the steps back that you took, about 2 minutes in, knowing that Kaldin will be falling behind, but is not right on your tail, you begin at a quick pace, trying to get back, hearing in your mind, of course, that kind of the not necessarily panic, but the serious tone that Kaldin had with you. About 2 minutes in, you go through a thicket of bushes as you are remembering the way, and you see some of the trail that you had left to get back to the creek that you had followed. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
As you hear a snap of a branch that's not you.
You're not going to believe this. Natural 1.
Oh no! No!
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Oh no!
Man, it is not with me today. It's cleric curse, I'm telling you.
All right. Da-da-da-da. You, what is it? Unarmed strikes are D4s, if I remember correctly, right?
What?
Unarmed strikes, they're D4s, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I
I think
thought.
for a lot of people, it's
I
just
think that
a
might
like
be for monks. I think
flat.
for regular people, it's just strength.
If you were to roll, that is. But this is what's gonna happen anyway. As you get clothesline, an arm comes from around a tree as you begin to pass it. You get absolutely clotheslined for 5 bludgeoning damage. Clothesline in the throat. Can't breathe for a second. And as your back hits the ground, you look up and you see a man you haven't talked to yet from the town, but you do recognize him, and he was in the tavern when you left.
Hello? I'm sorry.
I hate to do this.
It's all right. I'm just
You shouldn't have gotten into this.
looking for mushrooms.
Please let him roll deception. Please.
Just because I'm curious, what if you get a natural 20? I'll give something to you.
I got a 14.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. Yeah, you see this man. He's kind of gruff looking. He's got a very kind of unkept beard, bags underneath his eyes. He kind of has this kind of look like he's kind of nervy, but also just very tired. Man, wish you wouldn't have gotten into this. I really, really hate to do this. And he raises his foot to curb stomp you.
What the hell?
How far away am I at this point?
Not in visual range yet.
I'm gonna... Wait, I still have my connection, right?
You do.
I probably won't be able to get out much because I'm like a little bit shaken up. But Jellen says to you mentally, man from tavern attacking me. Middle of the woods?
Thanks.
He only rolled a 10 to hit.
That doesn't hit me.
You rolled out of the way.
All right. Yeah, you managed to evade as you roll out of the way. We're going to go into a kind of loose initiative here, with it being one-on-one currently, giving opportunity for Kaldin to like speak in with the connection as needed. He is going to follow it up with one more attack as he gets 2, and he's just going to raise the foot and try to stomp at the other leg. And that is an 18 to hit.
Ow.
That does hit.
Okay. That is just a straight 4 damage.
Alrighty.
4 bludgeoning.
That's not too bad. All right. I think before he does anything, Yellen's gonna be like, "Look, we don't have to fight. I don't understand what's going on. I don't even know who you are."
If you want to roll persuasion, you can try.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely try that. It's not too bad. It's gonna be a 12.
12. He kind of looks at you and raises the side of his mouth, like almost in disgust, but not disgust at you. Kind of disgust that he's just kind of like, I wish that were true.
All right.
See, you're meddling in things you don't know.
Oh. Am I able to make an attack then?
I will allow it in this case because we're not in like a full combat. Normally, that would take an action.
Okay.
I'll allow it this time, though.
Alrighty. That definitely doesn't hit. It is a 9.
Oh my gosh. This is not your day.
No, it is not.
9 does not hit.
I'm going to switch dice.
Into the jail you go.
Okay.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Not really, because I assume saying that would have taken my bonus action for the turn.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so definitely not then. Unless,
I mean,
how
movement,
close is he to
are
me?
you restrained? Can you get up? Or were you
You can
knocked
definitely get
down?
up.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I will hop up then and try to move as far away as I can, which would be half movement, right?
It'll provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah, you have half of your movement left after getting up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to push past him then.
Okay. As you try to push past him, he's going to get an opportunity attack. Luckily, he rolls a 2 before the modifier, so that absolutely misses.
Oh, yeah.
As he swings and you're able to just duck under the fist, rolling around like a UFC champ.
Mm-hmm.
Yellen, UFC heavyweight.
That's the secret backstory that we haven't found out about yet.
That we haven't gotten into.
Yeah, he's retired. You know, he got into it and he like busted his face up real good. Now he's a cleric.
Oh man, listen, if we ever get like a really good audience that likes to do fan art, let me tell you, I want that fan
Yes. Kaldin, draw Kaldin in the stands with like one of those signs like, "We love you, Yellen."
art. That would be so funny.
But like with a stoic face.
Speaking of right, of
yeah,
course.
because he's cool.
Of course. Speaking of Kaldin, how does Kaldin react to the message that he just got?
Yellen, are you okay?
You are free to respond.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yellen just says, "Working on it."
Okay, I'm coming. You just followed the trail, right? That we took?
Yep.
Okay, I'm slowly. Let me know if you need me immediately.
I think I'm okay.
Because I am going to try and still cover our trail as much as possible. And
Okay.
I rolled an 18 on the survival and a 21 on stealth.
21 on stealth. Can you now roll that survival at a disadvantage? I'll use that for the first bit you did. I'll use that number. And then from here on out.
I was a 23 this time.
Whew, okay. Yeah, no, you're covering it just fine. You're doing pretty good at the job. All right, yeah. So you are beginning to catch up, but not as quickly as you could, waiting for the emergency tone, essentially,
Yes.
from Yellen. As Yellen, he gears up and actually is going to attempt to grapple you. Sorry, I can't let you get away, bud.
Uh-oh.
And that is going to be contested strength. Ooh, that's a natural 1.
That's good because that's a 9.
Yeah.
So the new
okay.
dice
So yeah,
didn't
you're able
help
to
you.
easily break out of it. Yeah. It helped my dice though,
okay.
in his favor, because I rolled a natural 1. So yeah, as he goes to try to grapple, you're able to just kind of slip out of it, no problem. Kind of forcing his arm to the side. God, you're a slippery one. Shit.
It's that crystal. It's smooth.
Yeah, it has like crystalline kind of features.
He's not very grippy.
I can't let you get. I can't let you get away. Verrutha's gonna be pissed.
Yellen, he's gonna hold an action. He's gonna take out his scimitar. He's gonna, please, I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you either. And he's gonna go for his second attack, which is as he swings on you with a natural 20. Which means, and he appears currently, by the way, to be unarmed. But with a natural 20 for an unarmed strike, that will be, what did I say the original one was?
1d4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be 8.
Oof.
8 bludgeoning.
Yikes. Okay.
Clocks you right across the jaws. Your kind of vision blurs for a moment.
Yellen thinks back to his UFC past. He gets up and he says, I didn't hear no bell.
You see, for the record, as he kind of clocks you, you kind of notice like his kind of stance now, and it's not like, I mean, you've all traveled, you've seen like really seasoned fighters and their form and everything, and it's not quite to the level of like a professional boxer or like somebody who entertainment fights like in rings for a living, but definitely looks like he's seen his fair share of fights.
Got some brawls in that tavern there.
All right, I'm gonna swing on him with my scimitar, I guess.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
Non-lethal?
Yes, non-lethal. I was gonna say that. Okay, that's gonna be a 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
Okay, very cool.
He doesn't appear to be wearing armor or anything. It's looking just like he did in the tavern, like he just got off a hard day's work type of thing.
All right, and that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, noted. All right. As your scimitar comes across and slices him across the shoulder, into kind of like the pec area. Oh fuck! Oh, I thought we were gonna fight like men.
You're like 6 times bigger than me.
He's a pretty beefy individual. Kaldin, you are continuing to catch up, not noticing any change in the tracks you're following, except the fact that like you see the return tracks that are somewhat hurried, but you haven't like seen anything crazy yet.
Okay.
Continuing on, Yellen. What do you do?
Okay.
Or do you have a bonus action is what I meant? Or do you want to move or anything like that? Since you just sliced him.
I think at this point, I think I can't get away, so I'm gonna wait for Kaldin to get here. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself. Yeah.
Okay. And how much you healing yourself for?
14, actually. That's pretty good.
Oh, dang, that is pretty good.
It's not a day for anything other than healing for you, I guess.
Yeah, I can roll them d4s, but the 20s, that's too many numbers. Alrighty.
All right. He sees you kind of like glow for a moment, and he like, all right, if it's going to be like that. Didn't really think that I'd be fighting such a fucking wuss today.
This is the worst person for him to try and goad.
Right, no. So you think it'd be a goad, right? Normally this doesn't like seem like it'd come off as like something that's really that bad of an insult. But when he says it, there's almost like a hiss at the end of his word.
He's a snake.
As you feel the spell of vicious mockery.
Oh.
He's a bard?
This bard is punching the hell out of me.
Unexpected things. So yeah, I would need a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Wisdom save. Hey, I'm pretty good at those. Oh, that is a 22.
22. Okay, yeah, you save.
You know what? That makes total sense for who Yellen is.
Yellen only cries a little bit.
Yeah, you save, so you don't take any damage or any effects from it. But you definitely feel like the kind of like that sting, like, oh, this was a spell.
I kind of give him I raise my eyebrow. I'm like, oh, like casting offensive spells. What about defensive? That's what we should be doing.
You're the one who I was trying to keep. He kind of like puts his fist down for a moment. I had pride in the fight we were having. You're the one who brought a weapon out.
Yellen kind of stops for a second, and he watches as he put his fist down, and he kind of puts the tip of his sword down. Well, hang on. What are the rules of this fight?
Well, we fight like men with our fists.
All right. And Yellen's going to put his sword away slowly. Do I see Kaldin behind him at all?
I'm pretty sneaky.
I would say at this point, you are pretty sneaky. But are you trying to sneak from Yellen as well?
I don't know that that's how sneaking works when you're in the woods.
No, but you can, if you'd want to be seen by Yellen, you could make it where you're seen by Yellen. And
I mean, I
else.
Can tell him like in
Especially
his,
given
in
the
his
role.
head.
True. Okay, if that's what you like to do. You don't see him coming, but I will say at this point, Kaldin, you probably do see, or actually, I would say you probably hear before you see this conversation is you literally hear this man being like, "No, we fight like men."
Okay. So my tunic has a. Have you guys ever seen those turtlenecks that are kind of bunchy around the neck instead of a flat? Yeah, it looks like that, so it can be pulled up above his nose if he wants. And then he has a hood. And he does go ahead and does both of those things. Because it just helps him blend in a little bit more.
Okay. After Yellen gets his turn, you will be close enough to enter the fray.
Okay.
Yeah, in his head, to Kaldin, Yellen's going to say, I think he's paying close attention to me, so you could probably get him from behind.
If I get him, it's to kill. Is that fine?
Spare him if you can.
That's not how I work. I'd love to. He may come out changed.
Well, then leave it to me. I think I can handle this.
Okay, I'll be here.
All right. Yellen's going to put up his dukes there.
I totally dig the visual of this. Knowing Yellen so far, this is awesome.
He healed himself, had a moment of what's going on here? And then seemed to be thinking for a second, resolve himself, and come back.
Exactly. I'm like, man, this is... Knowing what I know of Yellen so far, I'm like, this is kind of a badass moment for Yellen. So yeah, Yellen, you resolve yourself, and it is your turn, man.
Alrighty. I guess I'll run up and I'll swing at him.
All right, we're just gonna be brawling. Let's go.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
21 hits, absolutely.
All right, and it says my unarmed strike here is 2 damage.
2 damage. All right. Yes. I will make a note. He takes 2 damage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just kind of walk up and I go to fake him out, and then I hit him with a headbutt with the horns.
Ooh, ow. Nice one. Yeah, he takes it and goes, All right.
Now, does he look bloodied at this point? Or...
He has taken 6 damage. He is... I will say he definitely looks like he's got a black eye at this point from your horn hitting him. He's definitely looking like, of course, this is all non-lethal damage, right? He's looking, and he's kind of got a little bit of blood coming out of his nose, but I wouldn't say he's quite bloodied yet.
All right.
And we're just trading blows at this point. So yeah, he's gonna roll and he's going to miss. But unfortunately for you, he is quick, so he gets his 2 attacks per turn. But his second one also is gonna miss. He rolled a 3 and a 6.
Oh yeah, all right.
Or sorry, not a 3, a 4 and a 6. My bad. But yeah.
All right, then I'll run it back. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
All right, yeah, 2 damage.
2, boom.
Am I close enough to be seeing this now? Just kind of watching this far.
Yeah, you're just watching. There's these 2 men now just sitting there trading blows.
Can I stealth up a tree?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even make you re-roll. You had a phenomenal roll earlier, and we can say that it's kind of all part of the same sequence.
Okay, cool.
So it's just gonna.
So I'm up in a tree. Yellen, I'm up top if you need me. I'm here.
Just eating popcorn.
You got this.
I'll let you know if I need you to drop down, but it's looking like it might be all right.
This is the fan art moment for the UFC match with Kaldin in the back with the
sign. Yes. I've weaved together a bunch of leaves really fast, so the sign is made of leaves.
That's fantastic. All right, he's gonna throw his 2. He's got a 16 and a. This one's hard to see. 13 to hit.
16 just hits.
Okay, that'll be 4 damage.
All right.
His hits hit a little harder than yours, as he's an experienced brawler. He throws one, you duck out of the way, but he reads it, and it was more of a feint as he comes around to clock you, and he actually goes you for a liver shot.
All right. Yeah, I'll hit him again. All right, that's going to be a 15 this time. One more.
Nice, 15 hits.
2 damage.
2 damage. He rolls a 10 and a 17.
Oh, yep, 17.
Repeats it. Saw that it work. Repeats it. Faint. Boom. Same. Right to the same liver. Body shot.
God, why the liver again? Oh, why? All right.
Oh, I found your weakness. Got to cover. Boom.
Everybody's weakness is the liver. All right. That's going to be a 15 again.
Another 2 damage. Yeah, at this point, you can see, well, maybe he might be able to put out more damage than you. He definitely can't take it as well as you're taking it. As he, for sure, at this point, is looking worse for wear.
And in my head, I'm going to say, would you be able to keep a lookout for Verrutha? He's working with her.
Absolutely.
All right. He throws another set of blows. Ooh, that was close. That's a 21 to hit. And a 15 to hit.
Okay, yep, 21. That hits me right in the money.
21 hits?
Yep.
Yep, another 4. Boom. Knocks you down. He lets you get back up, though.
Thank you.
Like I said, we fight like men.
Indeed.
He goes and spits out some blood.
Yellen.
Tooth comes out with it.
Yellen, having never been in a fight like this, he's like, ow. Like, he's holding, kind of favoring his liver area. All right, that's going to be a 17 to hit this time.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Oh, yeah.
All right. At this point, he's looking like probably one more hit will knock him out if you hit him in the right spot.
Okay. All right.
All right, he throws his next set. That's a 17 and a 4.
17 and a 4, 17 hits.
All right, that's 4 damage.
How's Yellen looking?
Clocks you with one, and as you take a... It clocks you with one, and as you take a step back, his second one misses.
Yeah, Yellen on a scale from 1 to 67 is at 48.
Okay.
Yellen knows how to take damage.
What a
This
very
dude does
specific
not.
scale. I like it.
Yeah. That definitely
all right.
doesn't hit. That is a 6.
6. Yeah, that misses. As you miss, he takes that opportunity to throw 2 more. You got a 15 and a 12.
Ooh, neither of those hit.
Nice. All right. Able to evade both.
Bob and weave, baby. All right, that is going to be a 20, but not natural.
Okay. And with that, how do you want to knock him out?
I'm gonna hit him twice, once in the liver, and then I'm gonna kind of
Just because.
grab him by the head, and I'm gonna give him a big old headbutt there.
That's
Right against
that's
the
gonna
crystal
be
horns.
a goose egg.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to recognize him when we see him next time.
As you clock him in the liver, and he's like, he kind of like just for a second before you grab his head, he's like, got me back. And as you grab his head and clock it right as he's about to go down, you kind of see him smirk a little bit at, like almost in approval as he falls unconscious.
All right, yeah, and I'm gonna look up in Kaldin and in my head say, "I think we're good to go."
Are you okay? You don't look great.
I feel great. I feel amazing. Let's leave
Okay.
before we die.
Yeah, get out of here. I'm gonna continue. I mean, clearly we've been found out. But I just think it's a good idea. Because maybe we won't have proof that we made it to her.
What? What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna erase our trail a bit more.
All right. Don't kill him.
I won't.
And Yellen's gonna kind of hobble back through.
Okay. Kaldin, you clean up.
Yeah.
What do you do with him? With this mysterious man?
I mean, here's the thing. If I dumped him somewhere without killing him, he's gonna wake up and tell what's-her-face, whose name I just forgot. Oh, don't tell me. Verrutha. Shut up. I told you not to tell me.
I started to as you said
Verrutha, which I remembered on my own.
Love it.
As opposed to Marina.
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 That's a new one.
Yes, I know. I try to say a different name every time.
You're doing a good job at it.
He'll wake up and he'll tell Verrutha. And if he mysteriously goes missing, when I assume that she would know he's out keeping an eye for her, she'll just make an assumption because she already saw us out and about.
Right.
Now, there is one idea that would potentially remove suspicion from us that I could do. I don't think Kaldin would, though. It would also probably kill him. Well, that would be the point.
You're leaving us all at the edge of our seats.
I think it's just going to leave him where
Will
he
we
is.
find
There's no
out?
reason to
Just know where he
hide
is.
him in bushes.
No? Oh, okay.
She's going to find out regardless. I guess I can roll him into a bush, and then I erase the trail.
Okay. And you begin to erase the trail.
I
Okay.
rolled him into a thorn bush because fuck him.
I like it. Okay. Listen, he fought with honor, okay?
Yeah, this guy's cool, man.
He picked a fight he
trust him.
shouldn't have.
I mean, obvious. Listen, Yellen might take longer to put him down, but God, Yellen can take a hit.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Kaldin just hears that in his head. Yellen is intending to think it to himself to like pep himself back up after that, but he thinks it to Kaldin.
Yeah,
That's great.
you also hear like, I hope coughing up blood isn't too bad. It'll probably be fine.
Heal yourself. What are you doing?
Oh, right. That's right.
I love it so much. All right, Kaldin, as you follow out again, just kind of continuing on cleaning up the best you can, rolling them into the thorn bush, you all, with no further occurrences, make it back to the end of the woods, down the trail. You can easily find your way back to the tavern.
Okay, so I don't think we get a choice. We've been found out. We need to go grab Thalira and Maeve and return immediately.
I think you're right. An expeditious exit is needed.
I hid him, so she may return home without incident before finding out. Because I got rid of our trail, but there's no guarantee.
Yellen looks you dead in the eye, and he's like, "Thank you,
He's alive.
thank you. I mean that."
I mean, I don't go around just killing people. It's just that I wasn't helpful in that fight.
I know. He was our enemy, and I understand.
Anyway, we should go. You need help though, in case we get in another fight.
I think you're probably right, and I could probably cast some spells to help myself as well.
Okay. Maeve can help too. For suspicion reasons, maybe you should hang back in the shadows a bit, and I'll go in and grab them.
That sounds good. People probably would notice a few black eyes and bruises. So
Yeah, and there's a little bit of
I'll hang around back.
blood coming from your nose.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of
Yeah.
takes like a handkerchief out and puts it up his nose.
Yeah.
I'll wait around back.
Okay.
All right. As you have safely made it back to the tavern, new information having been gathered,
I also have like mentally clued him in on everything I heard.
Right. Okay, sounds good. And Yellen kind of having a chance to have some proving grounds.
Yeah, I'm
little
impressed now.
fisticuffs there. And maybe even a bonding moment, of a little of interactions for Yellen and Kaldin, as you do make it back to the tavern to now collect Thalira and Maeve, fill them in on what's happening, not even knowing what they've been up to.
They're probably
in
so
the
drunk.
time that you've been gone.
Fuck.
I think we'll end this session here, and next session we'll find out what Thalira and Maeve have been up to in your absence. But we will find out what they're doing next session. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little more in-depth, more personable session with Jellen and Kaldin.
Oh yeah, so intimate.
So intimate. But either way, as always, thank you, Rennie. Thank you, Jack, for joining me. And to the audience, thank you all so much for listening and coming back. Episode 3. If you've been listening since the prequel, I just got to say, we love you. Because this has been a fun project for us.
100%.
Speaking for all of us, as I probably shouldn't be, but I'm going to assume.
In this
Otherwise,
specific
you might not
instance,
still be here.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I concur.
Yes,
You
I concur.
Indubitably. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We will see you next time for World of Aeon Stories of Legends, the story of the destabilizing foundations. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening to the World of Aeon Stories of Legend. Special thanks to Sentic GFX for our graphics, Dominic for our editing, and for our intro and outro music, Ryan Munns, owner-operator of Eyes on the Moon Studios. Also thanks to our cast, the GM, myself, Curtis Woosley, Rennie Armas as Kaldin, and Jack Baldwin as Jellen Ykalle. And also special shout out to Little Biggin, Dane Forshaw, and Tony Bernard for the comments on our last episodes.